myself, Dorian and Greg had to make it back from the marketplace back to the ship because Bogrud and Sam catapulted halfway across city to said ship. When they were on said ship, 4 Red Dragonborn, remember that everyone, Red Dragonborn, bad guys, they went after them because they just came out of nowhere, landed on the ship. Then it was like a deception, stealth, athletics, acrobatics, all sorts of checks to get back to the ship. And we did it very, very cool.
Don't forget about Greg's lettuce cart.
How could you
Lettuce
forget?
cart, and then also that Bob's smarter than Bogrud as well. Don't forget that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do.
No, legitimately, me in real life have no idea what you're talking about.
It was at the last check of the game, and it was like you were like, "I'm sure it was." I was like, "You can't get upset because I fucking threw something better than you." Yeah.
Oh no, that was just a joke.
I know. I
Actually,
didn't remember that much. Like, I didn't remember that much. I just remembered like the little bits, you know.
It's like, yeah, sure it was. Yeah. If you said, yeah, not 20 was it? Yeah, but it was.
Fucking was, okay.
I do remember when you said, "See, this is why I don't roll on roll 20," and I said, "Yeah, that's because you can't hide your failures."
Mr. Hay. What was the last roll? What was the last roll on this?
These nuts.
I've just added something to your character sheet, Callum.
You've added something to my character sheet.
Yeah. If you look at the top,
Is it inspiration by any chance?
it's inspiration for your detailed recap. That will be the reward for how
That's
people
quite good,
recap.
actually. That's quite smart. That's quite clever.
Or how funny or lack of knowledge could be amusing as well.
Can we end every session before it's my turn to recap on a big fight? So all I need to say is I beat some stuff up.
No. You can get advantage on your first roll if you remember the last dice you threw. The last check you threw, even better.
Well, you could just look on roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'll just
nah,
scroll
scratch that out.
I mean, Scott could clear the chat archive if he wanted to.
I could.
Actually, I don't think we can. I don't think I can. I think it's only you that can do that as the owner.
I'll say if Scott knew how to do that, he could try anyway. But Scott doesn't know how to do that. So
Cat can't do it.
Would you like me to teach you at some point?
Scott, roll an insight check.
I rolled an 18.
No, I mean. The check was a 19.
I believe myself. So, but no, after Callum's wonderful recap, we all made it on the on your ship, and you followed I think it was a raven that took you to a shipwrecked part of the coastline. So Bob and Greg realised that it was a illusionary trick, a spell put on the place there to hide it, and you all, as you got closer, realised it was in fact a small village, sort of rebel base. And as you arrive there, you see Jesmila. I think she had just welcomed you to the village.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get there, she's gonna... Finally, you made it! I can't believe what happened. I mean, there's been no violence. No violence in anywhere in the Dragonborn lands for months, maybe years now.
And then we turn up and it happens 5 minutes later. It's just a coincidence.
Yep.
Just a coincidence.
Absolute coincidence.
Bogrud's just standing like...
Bob like slowly sort of like nudges in front of Bogrud. Doesn't make a difference because like, I'm imagining Bogrud's like a hulking figure, and like Bob's obviously kind of slimmer and like, a wee bit stocky, so he just sort of does nothing.
When we were sailing, was it for long enough for us to replenish everything? Are we all back up to full stuffs? Just because I still had Giant's Might and Eldritch Maul ticked off, and I just want to make sure that it's been long enough for me to untick those now.
Well, I think we said it was 3 or 4 hours. I think I said it was a few hours to get where you are, but if you just hold on for
Yeah, I've got to hate that tonight.
just a wee bit longer, you may get a rest shortly.
Oh, I've just looked at my character sheet and I don't know how I got it, but I have inspiration. Where did I get that from? I can't remember.
You and Angela were particularly inspiring last session.
That sounds like me, absolutely. Cool.
Can't remember nothing about it, but Angela's got inspiration as well.
I can't wait for
I also
I can't
seem
wait
to have
for
it.
I can't wait for Ali's description of the next session.
Oh, do you think that's? Oh, yeah, it's going to be absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I remember Bogrud hit something, Bob shot something, and Sam and Greg were very inspiring.
Did I lie though?
No, you didn't.
True.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, but no, she will then say to you, "I've got more to tell you, but if you need to rest, please feel free to rest. You're safe here."
Where's the nearest tavern?
Nearest tavern, probably on foot, 3-4 hours to the east. Oh, sorry, to the. This is this isn't a town. This is a small base where people who are enemies of Veros.
Even the Rebel Alliance had a cantina.
Oh, there's place to have food, and we do have alcohol, but there is no tavern here. There's no.
I think they just look. I think I'm going to stem from everyone's, and I think they're just looking for food and alcohol. If there's anything you can provide us with, and we will obviously compensate with gold and whatever we can do.
Your gold is not welcome here. I've spoken to Simeon many times, and he has asked me to give you any aid I can.
Sweet.
Any agency? I've never been with a Dragonborn.
Guys, don't trust this person. They're trying to give us AIDS.
Is that Bogrud or Graham?
One or both.
They're one in the same by this point.
We got told it last night.
Go on.
There you go. No, you go.
There you go. There you go.
I was just going to say, I'm going to look at Sam and say to Sam, like, I think we'll rest up here now and we'll find out what to do the next day.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
I think Greg wants to know where the shipwreck is. I hear him in the corner just.
You're very quiet over there, Angela. I can't hear you at all.
The shipwreck was a
Oh, it's in character. Greg's asking.
hallucinatory. It was a spell.
Why? But I want you to dance on ship. Where is the ship gone?
You have a ship. I mean, I'm sure you could dance there, but that was to hide us. If the Emberscale clan found out where we were, they would truly wipe us out as quickly as they could.
Why? What you do? Why
There is much to tell. I mean, we could sit and talk now, or you can rest and we can talk in the morning. It's up to you.
We'll rest up. We'll rest up and we'll chat tomorrow.
If that's what you all decide, then yes. I mean, and she will point over and you'll see there's a fire going with meats of different kinds being cooked on it. There's bottles of wine and ale, and you will all be provided food and drink and shown to a place where you can rest.
Is there sentries or anything?
Not so much. There's one or two guards on the sort of near this little gate here, but the place is hidden from everybody, so they've not been discovered yet. So,
Right. Okay.
it looks like their defense is the spell.
Right.
Is it still hidden now that even though we can see it, we've not like broke a barrier or anything, have we?
No, you yourself have seen through the hallucinatory terrain spell.
Bob's gonna take a small plate, or like a small plate, of food, and he's going to go to the building closest to the entrance and sort of pitch up a wee sniper's post just in case. Oh.
No problem. And as you do, little Phoenix jumps off your shoulder, and you see it perches on the ledge and is kind of imitating and is looking out as well.
I give him like a I don't really know what I give him like I take a wee bit of chicken off like some of my food, and I hand it to him, like just place it on the ground just so in case he wants to eat it, he's got it there.
Yeah, he goes down and starts pecking away and seems to enjoy it. You feel the emotions as it's telepathically linked to you, emotions of content and feeling happy and full.
Give him a wee scratch.
That's no cannibalism.
No?
You feed the bird the bird.
Well, what do you think that sparrowhawks eat?
Oh, shh, I'll try to wind them up.
Oh, sorry.
Shh, oh, shh, shh, Sam, shh.
That's a chicken. That's a chicken. He's a phoenix.
The jacket.
I know that. But do you?
Sam's
Yeah,
going to
why
drag
big a feed
Dolian to the table with the most people on, where everyone's sat round eating. Come on, Dolian.
Fine.
There's booze.
Ooh.
So you don't feel this place is like one of a joyous place. There isn't like a lot of merriment going on.
Yes.
It seems like everyone's got a job and they all seem kind of focused on that. They're providing food and that for you, but nobody's really.
I think it's time for Sam to play a tune.
Mm-hmm.
And when Sam plays a tune, Greg is going to be dancing like in the shower, kind of like, you know, when you shower sing or you shower dance, just as if nobody's watching.
Greg's just living his best self.
Yeah.
If we're doing that, guys, I'd like a couple of performance checks from both of you.
Yep.
One each.
24.
Yep.
Sam, yeah. What instrument is Sam using?
I don't know. I mean, let's have a look.
Does he have a flute or something?
I have a pan flute and a lute, which rhymes. So I'm gonna, with a 24, I'm gonna switch between them.
Toot magic foot.
I wanted a nice low number.
No, Sam is singing and performing, and even though it seems like quite a mellow atmosphere and nothing like going there, you do see spirits that lift a little bit. And even with Greg's dancing, you see a few people smiling and enjoying the celebrations that you guys are kind of bringing to the group here.
I'd like to read the room, and it's not kind of like a carousing one, but just something good to get people's spirits going, kind of a good team-working kind of performance.
And that's
Yeah.
It's on one.
like, people up dancing with me. I'm going to try and like drag people off the tables to come and dance with me.
Well, they say there's no like inn. There's not as if you've just been taken to a place where the food is prepared and you've been offered a place to put your bedroll down.
Grab people and start getting them to dance. Try and liven the place up whilst I'm doing some massive performance.
I know to the two guards that are the ones he pointed at the gate. I nod to them like, on you go, I've got this.
They will all smile, but you will say, we can't. There's too much going on. I'm sure when you speak to Jesmelia tomorrow, you will find out why we're not in the mood to dance. But thank you for your offer anyway.
I'm gonna, while I'm in my wee position, I'm gonna read my book.
Yeah, roll me a investigation. We'll see how much more if you pick up anything in particular.
Cool. Nah, nothing. 5 + 1, 6.
So yeah, you have a quick read through and you're flicking through, but you're still kind of reading some of the pages you've already read and kind of trying to take in the information a bit more. You do see more. You get a little bit more information on the rest of the party that Orug the Black travelled with. So you see a few names. You've seen obviously the weapons in the book are there. So you're looking at those pages that maybe you tried to hide from everybody.
Mhm.
So I may send you a message in a bit and just give you the names of any other weapons that you haven't seen in game yet that maybe are in the book.
I'm gonna take out my dagger and then sort of like, as if, I think I did this last session actually. Did I not compare the one in my dagger and the one in the book?
I think you looked, but I think then when people started looking, you put the book away,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
When you compare, you see they are very, very, very similar.
And then do I recognise Ali's bow?
You would,
Yeah.
and also Sam's rapier.
Yep. Cool.
Can I sneak up on Bob while I was looking at this book and just go, "What you doing?"
You could try for the roll of stealth. You try, but as you start making your way there,
Even a nat 1 is a 10.
I know.
I'd say, Bob, you start getting the feeling of uneasiness that seems to be coming from the Phoenix, and it kind of like you sense where it's looking, and you turn around and you catch Dolian sneaking.
Pink Panther style.
Yeah, Pink Panther style.
It's a 13. It's not a nat one, so just roll.
I'm not trying to sneak up on Bob. I'm sneaking off on my own with a bottle of wine and some food to a quiet place with and yeah, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to roll for that because Sam's singing, Greg is dancing, Dolian's sneaking up, and Bob's at the top. So everybody seems to be doing their own thing. You can easily find somewhere quiet to do whatever Bogrud would like to do.
Yeah, you know.
I do.
No, I don't want to know.
I haven't had time to myself in so long.
So yeah, you can all take a long rest if you wish.
Oh, we wish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, spells. I keep forgetting.
I would like to be
I'm the
drinking
exact same.
a lot through the night.
Pardon, Angela?
I would like to be drinking a hell of a lot through the night.
Right, roll us a couple of Constitution saves and see how you deal through the
I
night.
would like to severely hinder my character for the rest of this episode.
Greg's gonna Greg.
13.
Oh.
I mean, are you staying up drinking all night or just?
All night.
Okie dokie. So roll me one more, but if you're staying up drinking, then you wouldn't get the benefits of a long rest. But I would allow you the short rest. But you're not going to wake up with a hangover. Any sleep you do get.
Do I need to take any points of exhaustion or anything for staying up all night, or is that all?
If you're not planning on getting any sleep, then it would be 1 point of exhaustion for not sleeping all night.
Bob notices all
such
this.
an agent of chaos.
It's terrifying.
Down.
But yeah, you wake up feeling quite fresh. You don't feel like you've been drinking all night.
Wake up, look up. I'm still going.
What's sake?
So yeah, you all, as you all wake up in the night, you still see Greg drinking, still dancing.
Yeah. Not stop dancing.
Yeah, there's no music. It's like a silent disco, but.
No, did I need a rest? No. I'm alright.
It's too late now.
Too late. It's too late.
Can we stay another night, guys?
Like, sorry, just brother, we can't deal with this right now. Greg needs to have a sleep.
Oh.
You all wake up with the sun rising, the smell of the sea air, and probably the smell of fish cooking over an open fire.
Oh, morning, lads. Do you know one thing I am bloody sick of?
What?
Fish for breakfast. Bloody sick of it.
Oh, it's good for you.
Don't mind a wee bit of fish in the moment.
Well, I have, demon. I'm sick of fish.
Can I
It's a-
say here? Can I say here? Have a seagull and lob a rock at a seagull.
roll me an attack. Roll me just a d20 and add your dex and see how.
I have 0 to dex, so it'll just be a straight d20. 1 second. I'll just click dexterity rather than bring up the rolly thing.
Oh.
And now we all need to make dex save to see if it hits one of us.
I wing a passing seagull and then get attacked by a flock.
Trying to think of any of the seabirds that aren't as tasty as a seagull, but not that I don't think a seagull would be particularly tasty.
Get an albatross.
Ocean pigeon.
Ocean pigeon. Oh, Bogrud. I think that's the first time I've seen you miss, lad. Let's see if I
didn't
do any
miss.
better.
Didn't see what I was aiming at. I hit it. I got a fly.
I didn't do any better. Bogrud. I take it back. I didn't do any better.
Bob was just so like, sitting watching this while like having a plate of fish. He's just slowly looking up and he's like, just sees Dolian firing arrows in the air and Bogrud throwing rocks. He's just.
Oh no, it's a rock. I got an arrow with a hit.
I'm just sat with Bob, just the same, just like morning, same as normal.
Morning. So this
Now
is.
I sit down, take my shoes off, and stick my bare feet on the table and start rubbing my toes. So I've been dancing all night and my feet hurt.
So Greg, how was
Bob is gonna leave after seeing that, and he's just gonna go down to the pier and just eat by the pier.
Well,
sorry.
no, go. You go. If you've got something.
I was just going to ask Greg how his night was.
I don't know. Is it morning?
Oh yeah.
So I'm just picturing Greg sat there with sunglasses on. Oh.
We are not weekend at Bernie in this session when Greg falls asleep halfway through.
You and Greg have already done that.
Oh yeah. Wait, have I still got Bernie in the bag of holding?
Oh.
I'm fairly certain.
I think you do.
Oh man!
Yeah. The bag of holding doesn't rot.
Oh, that's gonna stink by now.
Oh, that's been a proper hole.
I don't know. There's no air in the bag of holding, so yeah.
Is everything in the bag of holding not held in the erythral plane or something like that? Or is that
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that anything goes into the bag of holding.
Oh, you're in that place.
I think
Stays in the way it is.
It's its own pocket dimension, isn't it?
Yeah.
It will rot.
Like, I'm pretty sure, and I might be talking shit. I'm pretty sure if you stick a dead body in there, it stays
Dead.
like
Yes.
dead and fresh in a sense.
Lovely.
Sweet. So we've got a little pocket Bernie. That'll come in handy.
It's okay. You'll forget by next session. So,
I will 100%. I'll forget by the end of this session.
while you're all having breakfast and resting and whatnot, you will see Jesmila will come out. And again, she now looks like she did the first time. I think it was Greg who saw her. She will be a bronze dragonborn. And she will walk across and ask you to join her in her accommodation to give you guys an update of what's happening in Ostrelung.
Greg will
Bob follows.
take Jezebel by the hand and twirl underneath her arm like he's still dancing his way up there with her.
And Dawn will just be like, Christ lass, we've only just met you and you're already asking us to go back to your house. I mean, I'm not usually for that, but if you want, step forward.
And Sam's just going to make himself a bit more food and follow along.
She will turn to Dolly and say, "You do not have to join me.
Oh,
Feel free to travel these lands on your own with that my help."
Brilliant. Dibs.
She's going to roll her eyes and just start walking back to her own to her the village she's been sleeping in and her office, and just waiting patiently for anybody who wishes to find out anything else.
I'm
Bob,
gonna
slap everybody upside the head and say, "Less nonsense. Let's get on."
I'm just going to walk behind and say, "Did Frillick warn you about us? He should have warned you
Simeon's
about
not
us."
did he not warn us?
Well, Simeon's been in contact with me most recently, and I'm guessing.
We weren't that bad back then.
I mean, he said you wasn't too bad. Yes.
More
Bob
for him.
sees Bogrud. Bob sees Bogrud slap the other two in the back of the head, and like for the first time ever, he looks at Bogrud going, "Well done," and just follows along.
So as you all congregate in there, she sits you down, pours you all a drink of herbal tea or wine. It's up to your own choices. She's supping on the herbal tea.
What time in the morning is it?
It's quite early. I would say it's 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Or
that's
it's
tea.
6 o'clock somewhere and has some wine.
It doesn't taste like the best wine, but you've definitely drank worse.
Bogrud doesn't care. Wine is wine.
I was going to say Bogrud doesn't seem the kind of guy that would be like, vintage.
No, I think Bogwood's quite the
Oh, he is.
connoisseur.
He is. But he'll still drink cheap piss. But he does like a fine wine. Yeah.
Okay.
I shall have a herbal tea because it's that early in the morning.
Oh, same here.
Herbal tea.
Like
Did
a
it come from that nonsense teapot?
Oh, I don't know. That was funny.
She will first of all say, I'm led to believe you don't know much about Ostrong and what's been going on here. So first of all, then she will hand over a map to whoever wants to take it.
We all look at Bob.
Bogrud's still trying to spell Ostrong.
Bob, I don't know why, but I can just imagine like Jasmina like, handing the map over and everyone just sort of stand there going, and then Bogrud.
I reckon it's one of the situations where instead of Bob stepping forward, everyone just takes a step back.
Yeah.
Bob stays still and everyone still says back.
But she passes you that over, and you will see straight away there's a couple of locations that she's marked on there for yourself. And then she will.
I was going to say Bob opens up the map and then puts it along the table so everyone can see.
So, the current ruler is a dragonborn, vicious, quite an evil dragonborn, even evil man. He's Verus Emberscale. Now, the Emberscale clan only came to power in these lands about 200 years ago.
The red dragonborn, yeah.
Yes, the red scales, yes, and well, before they were here, it was my own clan in charge, the Bronze Dragons, and it was quite a peaceful and quite a somber sort of atmosphere in all of Ostrong. We helped the other races, but
May I ask what your clan name is?
You can, and if you give me 1 second, I will tell you.
Let me just quickly go to this Dragonborn clan name generator.
Does that remember?
It feels like such a long time ago.
Nobody's asking my name in so long.
I am from the Earth Talon.
Earth Talon.
Earth Talon, yes.
Cool.
As in like a dragon claw, counter talon.
Yeah.
Earth as in brown.
The one we're standing in.
Wouldn't it be like Evalthon Talon? It wouldn't be Earth, would it?
Can't get its inspiration for that.
I've already got inspiration, but is there the opposite of inspiration for like being pedantic?
Well, I would say this is a continent that's called Evalthon. There are other continents in this world, and Earth is just where we plant our crops.
Earth is just another name for dirt.
Exactly.
Dirt.
Hello.
Yes.
Bob's just gonna hear all this and he's just gonna like put his hands on the table and says, "So where can we be the best help?"
Well, you'll see on the map. I've mapped a few locations. From what Simeon's told me, you may find visiting the tomb of Urug the Black. I believe you know a little bit about the old heroes.
Yeah, we know
Now you
some of
say
it.
tomb. Tomb sounds like treasure. Is there treasure or just trouble?
As far as I'm aware, nobody has made it in and out. He came from Zetok when the Banes left Evalthon. He made his home here, and he vowed to stay on the coast, making sure they never returned. And when he died, he was buried and a tomb erected, and yeah, he's.
So
It's
we need
still
to go
there
and
now.
dig him up. Should we go and dig him up? How cool!
You hear,
Yes.
you hear the strains of a catapult as it pulls.
Boing.
Bob's
At least hear the
Bob's
rest of the
gonna,
story, big man.
Bob's going to turn to the rest of the party and
Bogrud away.
Right, so you're saying
Bob,
that no one's made it in and out.
there's something we definitely need in that tomb, and that's Bob saying that, so not Cal. There's something we definitely need in the tomb, and he sort of nods towards Ali's bow and Kat's rapier, Sam's rapier and Dorian's bow. Sorry.
Oh,
Sam just nods back, not quite sure why, but it's like, yeah, yeah.
Going alright. Okay.
His tomb. It's a bit like this base.
dungeon?
It's not easy to find.
Oh.
That's kind of our specialty at this stage, I think.
I mean, it kind of
Find a
finds us.
Yeah.
Well, I can assist with this, and she will hand
might
over
regret that.
a little round piece of like glass, like a lens as such. And she would just say, if you come across, follow the map and use this, it will show itself to you. You will see its true form rather than. But this has been passed down to me through other members of the Order who came before me.
And you want to trust that to us?
Simeon says you are important. You have helped everywhere you have been.
I do like
And-
Syrian.
People,
This is a lens, you say.
it's just like a small, like what would be a spyglass
Eyeglass.
lens, just like a little,
Yeah.
just a little bit of glass.
Like
sort of thing.
a long thing or like a little.
It's just a single lens that
Monocle.
she has.
Bogrud
Yeah,
pops
like a
it-
monocle.
Well
Bogrud
done, Ali.
pops it in
10
like a
points.
contact lens.
Blood just starts dripping down from Bograd's eye.
This has been entrusted to me, and we have vowed to never visit there. It's sacred. I mean, Uruk the Black saved the whole of Evalthon with the knights.
I mean, you do know that kind of desecration is pretty high on our skill set. If it's sacred to you,
Don't stand up.
Sacred to me, not necessarily sacred to my people, or nobody knows of Uruk and his fellow heroes. Their stories seem to have disappeared through the ages. Very few, only
I mean-
Simeon and.
it could be the tea talking, but I'd feel really bad about going and, let's face it, trashing this place then, because that's how it'll end up.
Well,
We need something in there. There's something
you don't
that
need
will
to
help
trash
us.
it.
Well, we
We
could
don't-
try.
We don't care.
Sounds
I-
to me like this is the resting place of an orcish hero. I wonder if there might be something there that I could use.
I don't know. I've never been in there.
Well,
Sam's sorry,
Sam's going to
sorry,
turn
we've
around
got
and
the
look at
map.
everyone and say, we'll all need to be on our best behaviour then, so no catapulting into priceless works of art.
I'm just going to whisper in Sam's ear and be like, Sam, we need a necromancer.
Ew, that could go bad.
Bob heard that, by Bob heard that, and he's now looking pure dodgy eyes at Dorian.
I mean,
Um,
hasn't he been dead for like 200 years?
Longer.
Ew.
and you'll hear her say, "Yeah, I don't like this conversation, but 500 years.
Okay.
500 is nearer the time, but one other thing. I saw you last night trying to entertain and cheer up the people living here. You'll see on the map there's a towards the north, there's a location. I've labelled it Slave Mine.
Oh.
Because that's the only way to describe it. I mean,
bit on my nose.
Many of the children.
I could have give it a nickname or something. Sugarcoat it a little.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be direct. I mean, many of the children, the people's children, obviously not the Emberskin's children, but many of the other Dragonborn's children have kind of been held there, forced to work, and this is why you will see everybody kind of helping them. They almost are holding the whole nation as hostage.
Well, I think we need to go somewhere before we go to this tomb.
Well, I'm not called going breaker of chains for no reason.
I would recommend. I mean, that is the opposite side of the land. It would take many days to get there.
But if we help, I'm gonna.
You are wanted, and she will pull out 5 posters.
Who's got the highest?
How much do the pictures look like it? Is it like a really good likeness? Is it flattering?
Everyone roll a d20. Whoever gets the highest is the highest. And
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, roll d20s and we will see.
5!
I'll do it in this.
15.
Okay.
I was actually in demon form at the time.
So
nothing as well.
they all look quite good, apart from Sam. And Sam's looks nothing like Sam.
Oh, interesting.
Which isn't a bad thing. But you will see there is a bounty at the bottom of each, and it says "Wanted Alive."
Okay.
10,000 gold pieces is at the bottom of Bob's wanted poster. Underneath Bogrud's poster, there's 7,000 gold pieces.
Bullshit. 3,000 difference from one. I want 9,990.
There's reasons. And then on the rest of the party, you all have a 5,000 gold pieces bounty.
Only 5k for me? Oh, I'm gonna have to change that.
I quite like that. I'm a man of mystery.
I would like
Bob,
to take my poster, please.
Pardon?
Grabs his,
I would like to keep my poster.
Oh yeah, I want to keep mine.
Oh, yeah.
But by all means, I mean, we're not hunting you.
I throw mine back on the table, and then I grab the cloth that's round my wrist. If you remember from like many sessions ago, I've still got that on.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Are you taking that off?
No.
I know.
Just grabbing it.
Can I gather up the rest of the party and whisper to them all? I mean, 10 grand would be really useful if we turn in Bob.
10 grand would be amazing.
No, because they would recognise the rest of you, me, you, and take you as well. I mean, actually, yeah, they wouldn't recognise me at all. So
You
there'd be
could turn in Bob.
10,000 for Bob, and there'd be.
And then was it Bob's gonna overhear this, and then he's gonna go, if they hand everyone in, how are we supposed to get us all out?
Well,
Yeah,
You're all gonna,
like everything else, we have a Bogrud.
How much was
without
Bob
half the
worth again?
stuff.
Let's just bear this in mind.
7,000.
Let's bear this in mind for some sneaky subterfuge at a later date. We could Trojan Bob and
we can try and remember this for a later date. Oh my god!
I will say you would do also see on Bob's picture there is a baby phoenix just flying just above him. That's also in the picture.
Look, lads, they all even got the chicken.
He's a phoenix.
that's the only reason he's worth more, because he's a phoenix.
Is it like 9 grand for
was that
Phoenix?
Bob?
Bogrud in character is super salty about the fact that he's not worth the most.
See, Sam was quite upset that it's not quite flattering and he's not, but then he's like, but that means no one recognises it's me. He can see the advantage in this. So my reputation might not be harmed by this. Cool.
She will let you all know that these bounties are very, very high for Ostrolong, and the crime hasn't been high, but this is quite large sums. Even the 5,000 pieces is a large sum for a criminal or what somebody wanted.
They
Why
can
are we
try.
wanted? There's a say on here why we're wanted.
Crimes against the
Enemies of the Emberscale clan. It says you are here.
enemies of the state.
Yes, it says wanted alive.
Wanted,
But-
dead or alive.
On that note,
5,000 gold.
pardon?
What would Jasmina do with 5,000 gold?
Well, probably try to arm as many of the people I can and try to take back this kingdom, but I don't know where we would get
What would
the
you
answer.
What would you do
Weapons.
with 100 gold?
Weapons don't make soldiers. That's what Bob says, and then he's gonna put the map in the bag and sort of say to everyone, "We need to make a decision. We need to either go to the tomb, get the weapon that might be for Bogrud, depending on how good he is."
Just to let you know, further on from there, you see further on the coast. I believe Simeon had spoken to you about Celeborn, or I heard the name Celeborn should ring true to some of you, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His lair is just a little bit south of there as well.
Oh, our big gold dragon friend.
Yeah, Sam feels a little bit nauseous just remembering that. Oh,
No,
that
no.
was an
Oh
adventure.
yeah.
No, Celeborn is a very, very old, very, very, very anciently old green dragon.
I thought that
Shit.
was the bronze dragon.
No.
Oh no, that
no.
wasn't the bronze dragon.
It's the one who's dead kid that three of us have got tattooed on our body.
Eldorf, out of character, Eldorf is the ancient,
Old
Gold.
dragon.
yeah, the bronze dragon.
Dragon, yeah. Close enough. Yeah. And
Bob wants to set free the slaves.
Yep. I'm up for that.
I know it's for the travel, but if we get the kids back, that's a morale boost for all the people, and then we may have more people on our side.
I would welcome that, and if you wish to, try. But just to let you know, if you 5 people alone could storm the slaver mine and take over and save everyone,
It would have been
then
done by now.
then I believe you would be able to do anything if you were that strong.
so
It is not a child. It's not a nursery. The children
look
are
at it.
made to work hard, and there are many guards. But I mean, if that is where you choose to go,
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and just sort of say, like, I've seen this party do amazing things so far, so I reckon
Sorry,
we could.
Angela, I can't hear you very well.
Greg will try and buy children back.
okay. They're being held against their will.
I will buy them. I'm good at bartering for a good price.
I don't believe they're trying to sell the slaves. I mean, the slaves they're mining. You will also see on the map there is a secret
They
base. I
will
think.
make them an offer they can't refuse.
Secret base that you can see near the capital. Now,
Bob,
it seems
Bob,
there's
just gonna put a hand on. Oh, and you go.
there seems to be a large-scale underground forge where the Dragonborn are creating weapons and armor, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of soldiers based there.
But is that
The mines seem to be mining ores to create weapons to arm this army.
Whose side is this for, John?
This forge is controlled by Varus Emberscale. He controls all of Ostrong. I believe if you try to make your way through the lands as you are now, you would not get far without being captured.
So is there a weapon in this tomb that we need to get that will make us more powerful?
I've not been in this tomb, but I got told that the heroes of old you wanted to know more of. It's something that you know little about, and maybe learning more may help. But
Bob's gonna step in and take out the book and say, "It will definitely help us." And then he opens up the page with all the weapons.
Yep.
And he's gonna basically ask Dorian and Sam, "Can I borrow your Stormbreaker and the rapier, please?"
Why?
Because I'm going to show you something that might help us. So Bob takes the rapier and puts it on the table.
So after Doppel Bob, I'm very suspicious of Bob and my weapon.
Oh, fuck. Right, okay. Right, hearing that then, right, basically Bob unslings his bag and opens up basically the bag and takes out, I think we just get it, it's like a golden dagger.
It's a very ornate, jewel encrusted dagger.
Oh, it's an old-fashioned dagger, but it's still sharp and can still be used. And he places that on the table. And then
you will all see it also has 3 slots in, like your 2 weapons do.
Okay,
I think we can see a set forming.
Yeah, it's only had to go. Yeah.
So I'm going to put the bow on the table next to the dagger and the sword, and I'm just going to say to everyone: years ago, when the Banes first attacked Evalthon, there was 5 heroes. The 5 heroes used weapons like these 3, and 2 we haven't found yet. And I believe if we find the next 2, we will have a better chance of saving Evalthon.
I do love a matching set.
Who doesn't, Sam? Who doesn't?
Oh yeah. Now I think we know the end goal is we have to set those children free and free these lands, but we can't do it underpowered. We have to be smart about this for once. And if we charge in and then get killed, we help no one. And if these weapons can give us the power, then we need to find them.
We do.
Personally, I think a large host of warriors would be needed to achieve the feats of which you're talking.
And where would we get a large force?
Well, as far as I've been informed by Simeon, you already gained the favour of the humans. I mean, the Baron there holds you in great esteem, I believe, and the orcs, I believe those too, and now consider you to be friends and allies. And have you not recently left Sinclair and after liberating the gnomes?
We are a little bit heroic, aren't we?
It does seem as if you are going about the right way of gathering a host of allies that may be able to help you, but all seem to have been attacked and just abused by Bane or friends of Bane, and they're rebuilding. And I mean, I've heard that the Baron himself is currently training and arming a host of new soldiers. I believe timing is of issue here, and rushing into things, as heroic as it is, maybe is not the most wise. And there is an army.
The only problem we've got there is we need to wait on these soldiers getting here. That's my only concern.
As I say, Veros Emberscale has been in control for 200 years. He has taken children for a century. The children are made to work, but they are not beaten, they are not killed, they are not attacked, they are there as security. They are looked after well enough and forced to work.
I think we need to go and find this tomb and plan towards saving these children. The longer we stand and talk about it, the longer it's going to take.
We could always go to the tomb, and by the time we've organised or sent the message to the humans, the gnomes and the orcs to come help us, they'll be here by the time we get back from the tomb.
Yeah, we've still got a few more countries to visit first, I think, before we full on assault the Dragonborn. I still say we need more people.
If you plan to travel to the tomb, I can aid you further. I can give you mounts. I can give you things to ride to make haste your journey.
That would be beneficial.
Now that's sweetening the deal.
That'd be fantastic.
I will get them prepared. I mean, prepare yourselves, and if there's anything else I can do to help, I mean, I would truly like to look at this book of yours, Bob, but I'm sure you won't leave it out of your possession, and I understand why.
Currently, right, as you say that to Bob, he closes the book and says, "Currently, right now, I need to keep an eye on this as best I can, and regarding it myself, I think is the best place." And then hand back Sam's rapier and Dolian's bow.
Thank you, Bob.
What? You know, you sound too upset about it.
No, it's like it's not Bob's fault, but when Doppel Bob was there and he didn't realise it was Doppel Bob, Dolian might have threatened to kill Bob if he ever took the bow.
No, I know. I heard all about this.
Yeah.
Right, come on then, we've got a plan, let's go.
So as you then she leaves, and a few minutes later she will call to you and say, I have these. And as you step out, you see 3 giant lizards with saddles on.
Cool.
They will make fast work through the desert. Anybody ever ridden a giant lizard before?
No.
Bob looks at him and then slowly raises his hand and he just sort of, I know how to, but I've never done it.
These are very well trained.
Bob's going to approach one of them and slowly start sort of petting the dragon's head, or the lizard's head or whatever.
We'll roll me a quick animal handling check just to see how you do so.
Sam watches eagerly to see how this goes.
Eaten
I'm actually not that bad in animal handling. 18 plus 8.
Yeah, so it seems to relax and be quite happy and bows its head to have its head scratched, and that is fine, yeah.
That doesn't look too difficult.
I was going to say a sort of notion to the rest of the party that they seem friendly enough. Should be okay.
Sam's going to give it a go. Ooh!
Yeah.
That's surprising.
And yet again, they seem quite happy and docile and happy that you're on. And again, yeah, even for Dolian, they don't seem to back away. They seem...
Come on, Greg. There.
Disadvantage because of my exhaustion, so I got an 8.
So yeah, you go across and you have a little stroke, and as you do, it kind of nips at your hand, and you take 3 points of piercing damage. As this one just seems to be kind of doesn't trust you as you step forward.
Can I bite it back?
No.
You can roll a unarmed attack, I guess. No, yeah. It'd be a D20 plus strength.
I don't want to do any damage to it, I just want to nip back at it.
Just roll as a D20 then. So you do, and you miss. As you do, it kind of moves its head away and looks at you again, even more suspiciously and not untrustworthy.
So there's three giant lizards, isn't there?
There's 3 giant lizards.
With two and one of them in two and another and then one on his own.
Yes.
I'm going to look at Bogrud and be like, well, no offence, big man, but you're the biggest out of all of us, so do you want to be on your own?
13 will do it. A 13 again. It looks at you after seeing the only other half orc try and punch one of the other ones, but
that could have been so much worse.
Yeah,
It could have been.
It looks, and then it kind of bows its head down towards Bogwood, and as if he accepts you onto his back.
Does his eyes go wide as he just looks at the size of Bogrud compared to everyone else? Oh.
So what happened with Bogrud there? Because we missed the everything froze.
With a 13, Bogwood, the giant lizard looked at him a bit unsure at first, as the only other half orc has just tried to punch one of the giant lizards.
I didn't.
I tried to bite it. I tried to bite it.
Tried to bite it. But with a 13, it did allow Bogwood to climb into the saddle if he wishes.
Bob's gonna sort of motion to Sam that you take Dolly and then I'll take Greg.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea not
And
to
then
put them together.
I sort of grab Greg by the shoulder and be like, "Come on, you!" And then
if you're leading Greg, I will need you just to do one more animal handling just to see if you can keep it calm while Greg gets on.
Oh yeah, was this a different lizard?
Yeah, this giant lizard. Yeah.
Right. Oh.
You've got a +8. That was in that one.
But, I don't think that one's going to make a difference.
Oh.
Oh God.
So.
Is it going for me or is it going for Bob? Sam, sorry. Oh,
No.
Greg.
Right. Go for Bob.
Yeah,
I love this is fantasy D&D, but we've got Bob, Sam, and Greg.
Yeah.
So
we were really creative with the names this time.
As you try and lead Greg there, and it will try to attack Greg again, but you're trying to calm it down, and you take 6 points of piercing damage as it bites you. And unfortunately, it will then use its tail to swipe to try and get Greg away from it, and that will do another 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
What the fuck?
And you're there trying to get on it, so it's just whipping away its tail. I don't think it would need to. These are giants. So
I'm gonna start trying to calm it down, just like Aragorn was when he was seeing the horse. He's just gonna try to calm it down and approach it and slowly calm it down.
Well, I was going to say Jesmila was going to step in, and she will. Well, I was going to say she was going to get this one out. She goes to take this one away.
Does Greg feed at the lettuce?
As she tries to lead this one away, I don't know what's going into him. Greg somehow approaches, and I mean, if Dan wants to say what Greg might do to calm it down or whatever, but she ends up changing this lizard's mind, and
I laid down on the floor and pretended to be a lizard next to it and started rolling around playing with it like I did with a tiger.
Oh, a tiger! Oh yeah, I've got a tiger.
I miss my tiger.
So what you don't realise is this is a female giant lizard. And it is on heat. And seeing Greg does this with a nat 21, it kind of falls in love a little bit with Greg, and this one is now very, very fond of Greg.
Do you know what I love about that? That was disadvantage.
Yeah,
Bob's gonna look at Sam again and be like, "Do I swap?"
It lays down next to Greg for a second and starts nuzzling its head, so the head rubbing against Greg.
I'm nuzzling it back.
Oh, I love a D&D romance.
Oh.
Bob's gonna look at this and be like,
I ship this.
I'll just walk.
What's wrong?
Greg's a furry and just doesn't know it.
Could be a secret to
It stands up and it carefully grips the back of Greg's outer clothing and lifts him up and places him on his back.
Wait, well, while we're travelling, because I'm assuming I won't need to hold on, so while we're travelling, I'm going to try and make some more items of clothing and stuff and make a little blanket.
Yeah, it's going to be about an hour ride, well, 2 hours on Lizard. It would have been an hour on ship, but an hour there. And before you set off, though, she will ask her, we will cover your ship, and you will see on the map they placed it into this place here. Is there any valuables on board you wish us to keep an eye on? Or, I mean, nobody should try it. I mean, nobody knows it's here.
The ship is the valuable, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, the transportation.
There's nobody else on board. It's just the 5 of you. You don't have any other crew or anything?
Maybe. We don't check.
I don't think
I
so.
was
There
gonna
was a
say,
lot of
like,
crab stuff.
you've made Callum check. You've made Callum remember, like, trying to remember. Never mind Bob.
I don't think there is, because it was made for us to crew ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there may be some mouldy crab stuff around, but I think it's just us.
Yeah, it's just us.
That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine.
No, sorry. It's the other boat I'm thinking of. See the boat we have in Blackbait?
That's got a
Blackbait?
crew.
Yeah, that's
got
the
my
one I'm
brother
thinking
on
of. Sorry, yeah, we've got no one in this. No.
Our ship has 10,000 armed, unseen servants working for us. Do not go near our boat.
Okay, I mean, I'm quite a powerful wizard myself. I could just cast dispel magic. I mean,
I'm just gonna put a hand in Jasmina's.
It's not that scary. I mean, you need to maybe work on your threads there, Greg.
There's no servants. Trust me, the boat is safe. Just keep an eye on it for us, please.
Let's go before
By
these
all
lizards
means.
get feisty.
And then, as I do that, I'm going to turn Jasmine away and just give her the book and say, I've been able to make some things out of this, but hopefully someone of the order might be able to make a bit more. And then, as I do that, I'm going to lift up my bandage so she sees what she sees.
And she will grab the bandage, place it back over your wrist, and say, "Where did you get this book?"
Found it in a tomb.
Are you sure you wasn't given it by Ugrul the Wise?
Yes. Sorry, yes.
Ah, yes,
yes.
I thought so. Yes,
something else.
And you say that to her. She'll say, "If a member of the Order gave you this book, I believe it belongs with you. I would love to read it. Maybe next time you're here, you'd let me study it, but it's with you for a reason."
Okay.
Do any
Bob
of us
hears
see
that and puts
this?
it back in his bag.
Pardon? What did you say?
Do any of us see this? This little encounter with the bandage and that.
I mean, you can all roll a perception just to see if you make any of that out, but I mean, I don't know if you'd see.
14.
Shit.
19.
You will all notice the conversation and the book getting passed backwards and forwards, and none of you will notice anything else. Apart from Bogrud would notice.
I'll send what it is.
Yeah,
I won't send what it is, but I'll send what it is.
Bogwood would have seen something else there. He maybe wasn't sure what he was doing. It looked like he was maybe playing with his sleeve or something, but no, Bogwood would notice more than just the book being passed around.
So do you not want me to say? I won't say what it is, but I'll send what Bogrud would see.
If that's up to you. If you want to, then that's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
She will just kind of nod her head to Bob and say, "Take care of it, and all of you, take care of yourselves."
And yourself, Jasmine. Thank you for the hospitality. Sorry for being a dick.
It's okay.
It's on brand for us. You get used to it.
I may be this on your leader.
Cool.
Huh?
Graham, you should get that.
Not a ball.
Wow, vague.
It's a something.
You all make your
It
way.
may as well have just said Bogrud sees a thing.
You start making your way anyway, away from the rebel base there, following the map as best you can. you, after a couple of hours travel, you come to this location here. Looks like a oasis. Looks like nothing there but a pool and trees.
What's the
How
climate
far
of
away?
Oasis?
But
How far away are we from the tomb?
this is where the map has led you.
Oh, okay.
Are we in the right place, lads?
I'm gonna go and swim in the pool.
Everybody else, this is what you see. Bogwood has the eyepiece as a monocle that he's already put in his eye.
Oh, he put in his eye.
Like a contact
Yeah, but
lens,
you-
which is
Was it
Oh.
like, the entire time Bogrud had like blood has been tearing out his eye.
Oh, no, I mean, I genuinely just thought it was a monocle, and he just kind of like just pushed down too hard, and that's why he was bleeding.
That is what Bogwood sees, while everyone else sees an oasis that looks quite tranquil and quiet. And
Can I go and swim in the pool?
you can try.
Thank you.
Do me a quick wisdom check, please.
I want to die.
All of us, or just Greg?
Just Greg at the moment. If
I'm gonna approach Bogrud. I'm just gonna say, have you seen anything, big man?
Big tomb.
Where?
Just
See
there.
Why?
See what?
Greg jumps head first, and he's kind of swimming in what he believes is the sand, but it's in the sea, in the water there, but it's actually just Bogwood will see him just swimming in sand.
Yeah, I am swimming. I'm doing the mermaid, doing the backstroke.
I'm gonna look at Bogrud and may I like point sort of gesturing for the eyeglass.
He just rips the eyeglass out of his eye.
Oh,
Takes his eye with him. I'm gonna look at it. And be like,
Yeah, Sam's not doing too well at that. I have to tell you what.
Sam's gonna, sorry, Bob's gonna look at it and just be like, yep, and just sort of like wring it out a wee bit to like, try and shake off some of the blood, and he's gonna put it up to as close as he can to his eye without getting anything stuck. Okay.
Sam, swim, come swim. It's beautiful.
And
Greg.
Sam's just gonna
Greg,
be like, oh, just
Try and
tell me.
gargle.
Tell me.
So as you've seen this, I mean, Bogwood did say he saw a tomb. So if Sam and Dolly want to do a wisdom check as well and see, yeah, Dolly still sees Greg swimming in the water.
Julian, come swim.
no, I'm not a fan of water. You know I'm not a fan of water, lad.
You're not a fan of water? Bob
I
says that to
think
Dolly, and this is Bob.
Take some of this water in my mouth and spit it out like the little fishes do.
That's what Sam sees now.
Ugh.
Dolan likes being on the water, he just doesn't like being in the water.
No, believe me, after the last few escapades we've had, Sam does not like water either.
Interesting.
Bob shouldn't like water either.
Bob
Oh
shouldn't
no, it
get
wasn't
hers.
Bob. Wasn't actually
No,
Bob.
that wasn't Bob.
No,
Listen to it.
no. Cheers, Ali.
Sorry. I just keep misremembering things.
Do you know what? I was thinking to myself, I was like, it's completely different two groups. Like, see with Balti and Henrik, they're pure drinking buddies, they're best pals. With Dylan and Bob, it's like they're trying to wind each other up all the time.
I'm just gonna go get a drink. But as you're swimming in there, I'll show you all.
I was gonna say
What?
Bob flicks the monocle to Dolian so he can see.
Cheers, lad.
Ha-
Holy shit.
And as you put it on again, like everyone else, you see the thingy disappear, and in its place is
Yeah,
what
it's
you
just-
now all see in front of you. A very old-looking building that's half covered in the dunes, as if over the years the winds have started covering and eroding away at it. Now I'm just going to nip and get a beer. I'll be back in 1 second.
Lads, is anyone going to tell Greg he's swimming in sand? Or is
Yeah.
he just leaving him? That's fine.
Let him have his fun.
Oh, yeah. He looks as if he's having his best life.
Greg's gonna stand up and then say, I need to dry off now. I cast Fireball
Where?
Oh, God.
on myself to tie.
So you're taking damage?
Are we out of the blast range?
Hang on.
I don't think he asked to find the 150-foot fireball. You fuck off.
There's nothing else here. It's a tropical little beach. I'm in water.
Yeah.
Surely it'll be refined to just the water area.
No. Fireball the
It didn't even look. It didn't even
How
look that
does
big.
Fireball have a 150-foot radius?
Level 3.
The level it is.
No. Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh well, I'm taking quarter if I make this.
That's a genuine question. Oh, that's the range.
Wait, so,
you can cast it anywhere within 150 feet.
Oh, so it's not the
Yes,
area of attack.
That wouldn't be the radius of it, surely, because Fireball's like
No,
a 15 foot. A 15-foot.
I believe Streaker Flashes
Radius?
Range is 150
20-foot
feet.
radius
each creature
sphere.
in 20-foot
20-foot.
radius.
20-foot radius. Yeah. I was going to say a 150-foot radius Fireball.
Range is
That'd be
150.
insane.
That would be nuts.
So it can be cast up to 150 feet away and affects an area of 20 feet.
That's mental.
As far as I'm aware,
How come you can fire it so far?
That's fine.
Well, that's just the range of Fireball. It can be cast up to 150 feet away.
Hmm.
So,
But if he's targeting himself, it's anyone within 20 feet of Greg.
So that's fine. So we're waiting for Scott to come back now to deal with this.
As a general rule, Bogrud always stays more than 20 feet away from Greg.
You know what? That's a bloody good rule.
Yeah, but that's
As a
a
general rule, Bob
Yes.
always stands behind Bogrud just in case it happens.
Dolian is a fucking fire demon, so he is not afraid of fire.
Oh, you're a tiefling, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire resistance, baby.
Well, then you're doing Greg handling.
well, I don't know where you guys were because I just ran into the pool, so I don't know how
Yeah,
close to it all you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
they didn't.
it's here.
Scott didn't like. I was.
I don't think we're actually on the map.
What? Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait, are you pointing out where the pool? Do you think the pool was?
I think pools.
Yeah, the
Oh,
pool was
yeah.
roughly something about there.
You can't have been on the building because I would have felt it.
No. It was like here.
No, I was like, just to the left of it. So I think we're all maybe just
So you
in
think
front of
we're-
the entrance.
You're more than 20 feet away.
So you're thinking
from
we're
it.
about here?
No, you're
Maybe
not
just a bit back. Yeah, something like that.
So Greg's here, living his best life.
And we're about 20 foot away. We're fine.
I don't know. Have you seen Fireball?
I mean,
So
you're making it like 30 foot to 40 foot the nose. I think we're fine.
I don't know. The big radius thing makes it look massive, doesn't it?
No, it's 20 foot radius.
Yeah,
You don't
but
have to find a radius, don't you?
yeah, I know.
It's four squares out in every
That
direction.
was such a D&D burn there. You don't have to find a radius, John.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nah, we're fine.
It'll be fine.
There's no immediate cause for reaction just yet.
I'm not worried.
Bogrud could stand immediately on top of Greg, choose to fail the saving throw, and then just divert the damage at Dolion.
No.
Greg was finished swimming and he thought it was a bit wet, so he's dried himself off, as you can see.
Cool.
With a
Fireball.
fireball.
He dried himself on Fireball. So Fireball centered on himself.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Okay. So you see this, and Greg
On myself, of course.
disappears within the center of a giant ball of fire, and as the flames kind of fade away, you see Greg standing there, clothes and everything drier than they were before, but apart from that, he looks reasonably well.
Not a slight smell of burning and A little bit of a tinge, no?
Greg smells like roses. And sand. Lots of sand.
As all the sand on him turned to glass because it's been too
Love that.
Greg, how you feeling, lads? You okay?
Much drier.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to come over and join everybody again.
No damage?
What?
You don't look as if you're hurt.
Why would I be hurt?
You just fireballed yourself.
I died.
Well, that was strange.
Okay. Keep an eye on that.
Shall we go?
Oh, I got a new ring. I got a new ring. Everybody, look, my new ring. And I'll show you my nice fiery bally ring.
What does that do?
It makes me immune to my own fireball.
Is this real or is it a Greg invention?
It's a Scott invention.
Very nice. Can we all get one?
It was Greg's Christmas present from Father Christmas.
Aww.
Because I got
Oh, you've just made him so much more destructive. He's going to burn so many more things down now.
My point still stands.
It didn't stop him before.
Won't stop him again.
Shall we go and rob some graves?
And never look down, so he's going to make up for that by doing it.
Are we ready to go a looting?
Yeah.
Loot! Arrgh! I'm like a sand people from Star Wars. I don't know their name.
Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raider. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Arrgh.
So are you making your way into the tomb?
Yes.
So you get there and you...
Before we go in, I'm going to stop and pull Bernie out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, still has the rope tied around his waist.
Got to use him to check for traps.
Yeah.
No!
Yep, Sam's throwing up again. Bogrud discussed Sam on so many levels. He just can't take it.
You try the door, and to your surprise, though, you find it unlocked. You said there's nothing stopping you from walking in.
I throw Bernie at it.
Right.
You throw Bernie, and you open the door, yeah, and he goes in.
I'm not using him to open the door just in case it's a weird door.
So you push a dead corpse, face squished up against a big rock door, and the door just slowly opens. You hear a little crunch as the force of Bogrud's head on one side and the stone door on the other, but you push through and the door opens and nothing happens to Bernie
Can I tell
any worse than he's already been through. Pardon?
Can I tell my loved up lizard to lead the way?
No, they would be too large to get into the thing, so they'll be outside.
I finally get to use it. I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot, so I want to check for any magical traps or other shit.
Well done.
So yeah,
Me remembering
so
stuff.
on the entrance, as you cast Detect Magic, you sense no magic on the door. It seems like a normal door.
Well, we can all stand here and be really suspicious of just a door. Or we can go
Can we
through.
see through the door?
You can. You notice as soon as you open the door, you will see from where you. Anyone who's at the door will see, especially Bogrud there. You'll see along the lines. It's a large room, but you see all the torches on the side of the rooms all just ignite at the same time and illuminate.
Can I just say, Greg is stood there looking at you all like you fucking morons. What the hell you doing? That is palm tree. I have not seen it yet.
I'm going to flick the monocle at Greg and go, Greg, have another look.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm going to put the monocle in my pocket.
That's gonna go well.
I throw Bernie down the hallway.
Yeah, it's a large. It's a large room,
like 10 feet into the room, and then just keep sort of trotting along behind him and throwing him another 10 feet.
Yeah. So as you first step in there, you notice a very large, sort of like big hall, and torches line the walls, and they're all burning away. And you see on the opposite side, directly opposite where you've walked in, you see another doorway there. You also see several sort of wall etchings, like carved into the walls at the side.
How wide is the hallway?
It's a good 45 feet by 45 feet. Oh no, look at that. It'd be 100 feet by 50 feet. It's kind of long and not as wide.
So 100 long, 50 wide. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I understand anything that's written down on there?
Well, there is 5 engraved pieces of like pictures that are showing different things. All seem to be showing different kinds of scenes from a battle, and there is writing underneath all of them.
Does it make any sense to me?
Comprehend.
Some of it
I've
will.
got a polyglot amulet, but I don't know whether that's just vocal communication or is it visual.
I can't remember what we said.
No, I don't have a description for it. I think it was
But
a magical item anyway.
one other thing you do see is you see skeletal remains
That's encouraging.
on the floor. So as you've thrown Bernie, he lands on what looks like a dragonborn skeleton. Weapons look rusted away. Clothing looks like it's turned to rags with holes, and it seems to be like they seem to have been here for a considerable amount of time.
Does anything happen when Bernie lands?
No, he lands, just makes a squelching sound.
Good enough for Bogrud. He's going to tuck Bernie back into the bag.
Yeah.
Every skeleton we pass, I want to try and throw it back towards the doorway.
Yeah, you do so. They just seem to, as they land, you see arms falling off, detaching, and skulls falling off. They're just very old bones.
Unlike skulls flying off the football with it. No, yeah. No, I just want to be throwing them towards the door, so like, if you can come back up. I've been here before.
Yeah.
Carry on down the hallway.
Let's carry on.
Down the hall.
Yeah, nothing stops you. You don't see anything going on. Just the flickering of the torches all the way around the room, giving you perfect sight, and yeah, nothing happens as you walk across the hall.
Bogrud will take the lead. And
Hey, Bogrud, how old do you think this building?
I don't know. Pretty fucking old.
How long do you think these torches been?
I don't know.
Maybe somebody already here.
Maybe they magic torch that light when open door.
Let me try. I'd like to run back and shut the door.
You shut the door, but the flames. Well, you walk out, shut the door. Everyone else, you just see Greg run out and shut the door. Lanterns are all lit.
Dolion, you not afraid of fire. Touch fire, see if it hot or see if it magic light fire.
No.
I got time detect magic.
Well, I didn't detect any magic, so
You already did it on the outside as
Then
you came in.
then I look again.
So you cast detect magic again, and you will sense that the flame isn't real fire; it is magical fire, which
Oh, it's them paper.
burns light but doesn't actually burn.
Do I need to roll for that? Is it? Have I actually got?
No. Detect magic is just a spell, and you detect whatever magic is there. So this would be like an illusion magic, where it looks like fire, but it's just light. There's no actual heat coming off of them.
Well, maybe a corridor is just a corridor, and a torch is just a torch. So let's let's carry on.
Let's carry on and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bogrud will take the lead.
It's the D&D
No problem, yeah,
party's greatest fear. Nothing.
Make your way across, and you make your way to the door that's on the opposite side of the hallway.
Is it open?
No, it's closed.
Can I open it?
You can try. You reach down to touch the handle, and as you do, you see the door behind you that you entered in, which has Greg come back in yet?
Unfortunately, yes, he will have come straight back in to see if the light went out.
like trying to catch the light in the fridge going off.
As soon as you touch the handle of the door, the doorway that you entered disappears.
Oh,
And
that's
you
good.
realise the door that you were trying to open is not a door, it is
A mimic.
image of a door. No.
It's a mimic door.
It is just a illusion of a door. There's nothing actually there.
So are we just like in a stone room? 4 walls, no doors?
4 walls, no doors.
Is there the ceiling and floor, I take it, are all what they are?
Yeah, stone floor,
Is there
stone.
maybe, with the wall in front of us, can I check to see if there's like some kind of keyhole or something?
The door is just an illusion of the door, and there is nothing there but wall.
Greg's going to make his way down, running his hand along the side of the wall as he skips down to everybody else, and say, "Hey, this door up here disappear. Oh, look, door there. I'll go first." And go and run into the door.
Yeah, well, you try and you run straight into the wall.
I want to investigate those pictures again.
Yeah. Yeah, so you go look at the pictures. Are we all going to the same pictures, or?
I'll go to a different
Go to
picture.
one each.
Okay, so there is 5 to go to. Shall I just do it randomly, or have you got preferences?
What do the
Random
pictures look like?
Is everyone on a different map, or are we all still looking at the tomb?
Yeah, this is all going to be theatre of the mind for this bit here. This explaining. So, yeah, you see 5 engraved pictures on the wall. Each one is a scene of battle. On one, you see a large, powerful, strong-looking orc with what looks like metallic fists, standing face to face against a large dragon.
Yep, I'll look at that one.
Yep. On another one, though, there is a you see a human male with a crown, what looks like a crown on his head, a long sword in one hand, a dagger in the other hand, and he's standing against what looks like another human. But this human, you see an emblem on his chest, on his breastplate, the shape of a phoenix, and his adversary that he seems to be up against, you see an emblem on his armour, which all of you would recognise as it is a spider.
Bob will see that one. He'll go and stand next to that one.
Cool.
Bob would recognise that dagger very well.
Mm-hmm.
On another one, there is a female elf. She is holding a rapier in one hand, and she seems to be locked in a magical battle against a cloaked figure whose face is covered. You can't see anything, but there seems to be a magical jewel.
Oh, I think that she looks very tasty, and I recognise that rapier, so I'm going to go and investigate that one.
Another wall, there's a dwarven male. A dwarven male, all dressed in male chainmail, is wielding a warhammer in one hand, a staff in the other hand, and he seems to be standing facing several dragonborn. And then there is one more, and this is of a human who is holding a bow in one hand, and you see him aiming it towards the sky, and you see bolts of lightning seem to be crashing against different flying creatures.
I'll definitely be going over to that one.
And we steer Greg towards the one with the.
Yeah, we just put Greg in front of Greg.
Greg turns around and is like, "What you looking at?"
How funny it'd be if we all went to the wrong ones on purpose.
I've just clicked onto something.
Have you?
Yes, quite possibly.
Tell us more.
I'm going to have a quick look at. Would I recognise that crown picture at all? Because I have in my possession a golden crown.
You do?
If you want to do an investigation check and see if you recognise the crown.
Fuck's sake.
Have you got inspiration?
You compare the two and you notice several differences between the two of them that make you believe it's not the same crown.
That's fine.
Good thinking.
I wasn't laughing, Ali. I wasn't laughing at the investigation. I was just laughing at you. For fuck's sake!
It's like
When you've got such a hard you expect a better roll. It's me.
Underneath each of the wall art, there is a small engraving, and underneath the one that Bogrud is looking at, it just says, "To find the light, one must know darkness."
Oh, so that's here.
Under the one for that Bob's looking at, it says, "You may have to embrace the dark to defeat your enemies." Under the one that Sam's looking at, it will say, "Sometimes the light can blind you to the true path." The one that Greg looks at says, "Even the most noble can find peace without the light." And the one that
Dolian.
the Dolly's looking at, I was just trying to find out here, "To extinguish the dark, sometimes the light has to turn to black."
We've got to extinguish the torches.
Bogrud just shuts his eyes.
Yeah.
And then sit on the floor meditating.
Sorry, what's that?
Greg's sitting on the floor meditating.
Ah, cool.
He's putting a torch out first, and then he's going to find peace by meditating.
Makes sense. Makes sense, guys, to try and put these out.
We can give it a go. I mean, if they don't switch on, I can cast light, so at least we'll be able to see afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyone got any other ideas? I mean, Bogrud, I know you've got your eyes closed, but did you spot
Bogrud's
anything
just
else?
stood there with his eyes shut. That's as much as Bogrud can contribute to this.
I mean, guys, I can cast darkness.
Ah, maybe that's one.
The light would still be on.
Magic light can't penetrate magic dark.
So does that mean the lights would be on or off?
We wouldn't be able to see them, so they would, for all intents and purposes, be off, and we would all be shrouded in
Greg's already
darkness.
got the torch and he's
Okay.
trying to put it out on the floor.
Yeah, guys, I can cast it only
Yeah.
once though for free.
So what did Greg do? Greg took one of the lanterns out from where it's been held.
Yeah, he's trying to put it out by like stomping on it on the floor.
Now, as soon as you lift it out of its place where it's being held, you notice that the light disappears from it as it hits the ground.
Greg so good. He got one out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Bob's
take one out.
Yeah. Bob
Somebody
seen that takes his one out
get
as well.
Bogrud, sorry. Because he's still stood there with his eyes shut.
I walk up to Bogrud and sort of tap him so like, lift your torch. Lift your torch.
There are several torches all the way around. There's not one torch for each picture, but there is several torches all the way around the
I just
hallway.
Yeah.
I run around and start taking
Yeah,
off all the
help as well.
torches.
Yeah.
Turn on the lights. I cannot see.
Open your eyes, Greg.
So you run around. As you take them out, as the last one is taken out and drops to the ground, in the space which the door, which wasn't a door, you will all start seeing, apart from Bogwood, who stood with his eyes closed, see light start forming, and kind of blue, kind of tranquil light starts moving, and you start seeing the frame of a door
Trippy.
against
Oh, somebody from Star Wars on the other side.
We solved a corridor puzzle!
Whoop, whoop.
And Bogrud
Let's go
didn't
through
smash anything, so that was good.
I'm
Yes.
going to look at Bogrud, or where I think he is, and go, Bogrud, your eyes open yet?
Well, I actually need to ask Bob or Cal the question. Is Baby Phoenix still on your shoulder?
Yes.
Extinguish him.
So, no. But does Baby Phoenix not show light? Doesn't he though?
Yep.
So as all the light goes off, you see this, but also there's light emanating from.
Greg, try
Elmo.
to screen it.
Yeah.
I take Elmo off my shoulder and like put him close to my chest so nobody tries to hurt him, and then walk down towards the light.
I walk towards it as well.
Bogrud, punching things. Let's go.
Bogrud punches the wall immediately in front of him.
Christ, Bogrud, lad, there's a time for fisting and there's a time for not. Come on.
What Bogwood sees is this ancient wall art suddenly has a crack running all the way down it after Bogwood punches the wall in front of him.
Well, Greg shouted Bogrud punch things, so he did.
I knew we were going to end up damaging a priceless work of art.
And
Not
here we
only
thought.
one, we have 4 more. It's okay. Bogrud, punch things.
No, come on. I'm bored of this corridor. Let's
I
move
have
on.
reflex now.
I'm going to roll for my bag of tricks just to keep Greg fucking occupied. D8.
Please be a tiger. Please be a tiger. Please be my tiger.
5. Black bear.
Uh,
Just to keep Greg occupied.
So yeah, so you're making your way down to the now illuminated door. Are we making our way through?
Oh, yes.
Cool. So you open the door and you step through, and you then step into what looks to be a much smaller chamber. Again, you don't see any other doorway at the minute, but on a table in the middle of the room you see 2 vials, one full of liquid, the other one empty, and there seems to be an inscription again on this table.
Is there Samuel L. Jackson around and some scales?
Unfortunately not.
trying to sniff the vial and see if I can tell what it is.
Well, let's read
Can
the
you what,
inscription
sorry?
first.
Let's read it first, Greg, yeah.
I just want to sniff it.
Yeah, you sniff it and it doesn't smell pleasant.
Oh, Bogrud, this one for you.
But no, there is, like I say, there's an inscription on the table in front of it.
We'll read the inscription.
Let's read the inscription.
Yeah. Who's trying to read it? It's in a language I don't think all of you speak.
Well, I'll
Certain
give it a
ones
go.
will.
I'll go up as well. I'll go up and
I want to
inspect
see
it.
if I can see it.
I'll go have a nosy, but only see if I can
Well,
understand.
to be fair, Greg picked up the vial, so Greg would be able would know he understood the language. He understands it. He sees it as Orcish.
Ah, cool.
I speak Orcish.
Yeah. So anyone who speaks, you read it, and it says, "To empty me, you have to think. Be careful not to swallow the drink, for the liquid inside isn't pure. But once you're complete, you'll find a cure. And what's more, you'll find the door."
All the liquid on the floor.
You
No.
you
Okay.
try to pour the liquid onto the floor, but as you turn it upside down, nothing pours out of it.
It's a poison. There's something in here we need to find that
I'm
will
just
help us with the cure.
this vial of liquid trying to get it to come out now.
Say again, sorry.
I'm just going to angrily shake this vial of liquid trying to tip it out onto the floor.
Yet, as you do, you shake it away, nothing leaves the bottle.
It's
Can I hear what it says again?
You can. It says, "To empty me, you have to think. But be careful not to swallow the drink.
fine
For the
now.
liquid inside isn't pure, but once you're complete, you'll find a cure. And what's more, you'll find the door.
Guys, do we have to drink but not swallow the potion and spit it out into that empty vial?
That sounds disgusting, but
Bob does
definitely
it.
not swallow.
Bob hears that and he just swallows it.
You swallow it.
Swallow it?
No, I drink it. I drink it, but I hold it in my mouth.
That's not reading that, taking that.
That's what I thought.
You take 2 points of poison damages, but what you realise is as you put it to your mouth, the liquid does leave the bottle, and you have a mouthful of poison.
And I
I'm
think
just
you've got to
looking to
spit
see
it
if I'm
into
resistant to poison.
the other container.
I don't know. Okay. But it's empty.
No. It will take several mouthfuls to empty the full vial.
We all take a mouthful of the poison.
Ah.
I was gonna say, like, see with the poison. It's gonna sound. It's not poison. Like, I can drink it. It'll just give me damage, but I won't be affected.
No. It just as you put it in your mouth, you just feel like a burning sensation in your mouth, and tastes horrible. And anyone who puts it in the mouth will take damage.
I take another swig.
We still had it in there.
It's another 3 points of damage, poison damage to Bob.
How empty does this look?
I would say it looks about a fifth, 2/5 empty.
Go on then, I'll have a swig.
2 points of poison damage to Sam.
I'll take a swig.
6 points of poison damage to Dahlia.
I can take it, I'm a big boy now.
I take the bottle back. How empty are we looking?
It looks like there's maybe 2 more mouthfuls left.
I take the 2. I'll take the 2.
So
How
the
much will
first
it
one
out
is
in your mouth?
5 points of poison damage.
5.
And the next one, and the next one is 4 points of poison damage.
I mean, Bogrud is resistant to poison damage, guys.
says that now. Says that now.
It was quiet.
But as you put the last mouthful in, you see again another doorway open in front of you.
So can we spit this
I was
stuff back
literally
out?
looking at the camera, looking at Graham, going, "I know Bogred's resistant."
Well, nobody gave me a chance to say that I would do it.
It did go quiet.
You all drank this poison and spat it back out into the other vial.
Pardon?
Has everybody drank the poison and spat it back out into the other thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that said, once you have finished, you'll find the cure. So I think you might need to re-drink it.
Can I just
Chug.
can I just cast Cure Wounds?
If Greg was to sniff this in this other vial, he will smell a much cleaner, nicer liquid inside the vial. I did think only one person would drink from it, but
Craig has drunk worse.
I was prepared to. I take a sip out of it.
you take a sip of it,
Yeah.
and you will take 1 sip. You take 3 points of healing.
And then I pass it back to Dolly and Sam and say, "Drink some of that. It'll make you feel better."
Oh,
So I like doubled over a bit.
Yeah, you're drinking each other's saliva.
Are you drinking it, Dolian?
No.
yes,
So you only had 1 sip, didn't you?
yes.
So as soon as you take your sip back, you heal completely from what you took.
Fantastic. Oh, I feel so much better. Sam, get that down, you lad. Oh, yes, I feel great.
Sam's not
Disgusting.
heaving, but it was only like 2 points. No. I like
Hey,
your.
It's the best. It's amazing. It's better than
No, thank you.
I see Sam take it. I see Sam reject it. I was like, "Give it to me then," and I just neck it.
Yeah, and you regain every bit of damage you took from the poison. You heal.
It's what salivas.
Why? Jealous, Greg?
That means they make out.
You jealous, Greg?
There is just a little bit left in the bottom of the vial, but
I hand it to Sam and say, "Listen, just trust me. If I can survive it, you'll be fine."
I'm gonna cast healing word on myself.
What is your word?
What's the
More
word
than
today?
that would have done. Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed.
so then
Yes.
oh my god, Ali, get yourself to a doctor.
No. Have you not seen your region map recently?
Oh no, well,
I get one, lads. It looks like a cock.
I
and
love
balls.
it. I really do love it.
It's amazing. It's amazing, though.
Hang on, put your camera on. I really do love it, but you have actually
Oh my lord.
labelled everything and everything.
Even the rivers.
I disagree completely. I can't see it.
I mean, I have questions, and I don't necessarily want the answers to them.
You made it.
I didn't see that.
You can see it now, though, can't you?
Nope, I'm not looking.
We love it, though.
But you step through the doorway, and this is now where you find yourself. What looks like the actual burial chamber. You see a casket up at the top end here.
Nice. Do we see that person from on the floor from where we are? Are we on a raised platform, or is that the raised platform?
There's steps leading up to the tomb, but that there just looks like it's the statue that's falling, as it's been there for so long. It's not a body, it's a statue.
What about that?
Yeah, that's it. It seems to have fallen off. Yeah, it's a statue.
Right.
Nice
Yes, I get you.
Can I stand it back up?
You can have strength check to see if you can lift it.
I have an orc that's not very strong. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's a saving throw. Sorry, ignore that one. It's a saving throw. I got a 12.
Yeah, you were able to lift it up so it's standing upright again. Yeah.
That's fine. I just want to lean it against something so it stood upright.
I want to cast Detect Magic again.
You don't sense any magic in this room.
Cool. Can I
I'll do it.
roll
I'll just pull
a...
myself.
Can I roll to investigate?
You can.
21.
So as you look around, you see the tomb at the end here. You see two smaller, what looks like caskets here, but you also will find a couple of chests that are in the room.
Ooh.
Inside, you find several gems, a couple of sacks of gold pieces,
Nice.
and several scrolls. Well, 2 or 3 scrolls.
What scrolls are they?
These seem to have spells. They seem to be spell scrolls, but you couldn't detect them while they was inside these chests.
Cool. Can I investigate the gems a bit closer?
You can do, but as you're making your way, walking around, investigating, doing all that, you see a large, ghostly figure just appear above the casket.
I saw it in the girl. She like magpie. She cannot help herself. Want to take dog.
And you will just hear a loud, bellowing voice. Intruders!
Where? We help you. We get wet.
Thieves!
No. Only possible heroes of now.
Heroes of now? I can recognize heroes. Hero of old I am. I am here protecting what is most precious to me. I will not let anybody unworthy take it.
Greg is here for his
Bob
answer.
hears that and steps forward closer to Greg.
Greg is looking for his great ancestor, Uruk.
My name is Uruk. Saying you are?
Uruk.
Greg saying it's his grandfather. Like,
It's his father's father. It's like way down the ancestry line.
you're gonna have to roll me a deception for this.
Do you have inspiration?
I do
Correct.
have inspiration. Deception is there.
Oh,
I think I'll have to use my inspiration. Does that mean I get the 20?
No, because you've rolled at disadvantage. So if you want to, you'd have to re-roll.
20!
That's my inspiration usually.
So you roll that, and he will just say, "Every tree has bad branches. Not every apple is ripe."
I am not a plant or an apple. I am a leaf. I am your leaf.
If you are a leaf, then prepare to be trampled. What would be the word? Trampled on.
Bob,
I'm just going to go.
I need everybody. So roll me some initiative.
Can I have
was gonna
one final talk to him before we roll initiative?
Yeah, me
Go,
too.
"Oh, look, if we were not worthy, would I have this?" And I put up the bow, Stormcaller.
Okay. So he sees that, and the first thing he is going to do, even in his spectral form, he is going to rage. You will see him scream in anguish and fury, and again he will shout, "Thieves! You are not worthy to touch that!"
Bob's gonna do one thing as well.
Yeah.
Bob's gonna. So he's close to Greg at the moment. He's gonna step forward, and if we weren't worthy, would I have this? And he's gonna unveil the bandage that's on his wrist and show him.
And he's raging already. He'll say, "Lies, deceit."
Your mama deceit.
Ooh.
Your mama seat. Oh no. What the hell? Is... Oh. Are you honestly going into hiding?
Can I use my inspiration on my initiative roll, please?
You certainly can. I think it's just a ability check, isn't it? It's a dex check, basically.
Is it? Is that a deck? Is that what it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
I'm not actually using it. I was just
I'll just.
trying to make it funny.
Or if Bogrud, you want to go first with this guy?
Yeah.
I will go after you. Actually, no, I won't.
So yeah, we will start in initiative order, and we start. It would be Dolly in first, but are you waiting, holding your turn till somebody else?
No, I pissed him off, so I'm going to show him Stonecaller.
So
Did the 16 hit?
a 16 will hit.
I've not got sneak. Actually, no, I've not moved, so I will use steady aim and took my. Actually, no, well, I'll just take that. I'll take that without the sneak. It's fine.
So 9.
9.
So let me just. So as you do this, and again you hear that familiar crack of thunder and the sparks of lightning fly from Stormcaller, you see as it hits him, it doesn't seem to hit with the force that you expected.
Yeah.
So
Fucking barbarians.
I don't mind if I die by this guy.
Aye, anything else Dolian would like to do?
Yeah, Nolan would like to hide behind Bogrud. As a bonus action.
You can hide, try and hide where you are, but you can't move, can you?
Oh, I didn't know. I decided not to use steady.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So you can hide behind him, yeah.
Yeah.
You sneak behind him. Next up then is Sam.
I am going to use my movement. How much movement do I have as Sam?
30? As a guess?
Yeah. Just to go here. Cool, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Cool.
So it lights him up in blue, green, or violet. I'm going to go with violet just for an aesthetic choice. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures, and any attack roll against them has advantage if the attacker can see.
So it has to do a deck save.
Yes.
I rolled an 18.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I know.
What a time for God to start rolling well.
But as you'll do that, though, what I will say is you will see the Fairy Fire go through the spectral form. You'll see that's why it doesn't maybe stick to him and illuminate him.
Intriguing. Okay. I'll end my
ghostly
turn
figure.
Intriguing.
So next up, after that, it is Bogrud's turn.
I will use my turn to bonus action Giant's Might and then chug my potion of growth. So I need you to make me 3x3 size, please.
This is zoom in.
Bogrud's becoming a big boy.
Yeah, so Dolly is behind you, which makes sense. Behind your right calf.
Yeah. Then I'll use my movement just to go 1, 2, to here.
Hi, Bogrud.
Cool.
They're like, Bob, the lad's got a wee calf.
That's it for me.
Next up then would be Greg.
Wow.
But, it's only one. Does it fail a DC 14 intelligence save?
It does not. I rolled an 11.
Aha! Okay. So it might only do 1 point of damage, but I would like to make it look like there is nothing but a wall in front of him. There's no tomb in front of him. In his mind, this tomb, it's the other way around, so if he turns around, he'd be facing where he is now, if that makes sense.
So
yes.
Our perspective.
It's as if he's facing the wall. So it's just a wall in front of him, like the end of the tomb. But if he looks behind it, like up this way, he'll see all of this stuff, but not us. So there's nothing in front of him. There's no need for him to carry on coming this way, and you can't see any of us. It's just
Cool.
a peaceful tomb.
No, is there? So yeah, that's what he sees. He sees the wall in front of him. He can't see any of you at this moment in time.
Sweet.
Anything else you would like to do?
I will come up here, and I've already used my action, so for now I'm just gonna duck behind here, just in case. Oh, I use my speaking action to tell the other guys. He can't see us no more. Haha.
Next up then would be Bob.
Bob. So Bob was next to Greg when this all kicked off.
So yeah.
Yeah, roughly about there. And he's obviously got his sleeve down, the wrapping off his sleeve, sorry. and he's gonna move a little bit closer, just to like where the end of that statue is.
Well, like there.
Yeah, and he's just gonna be like, "This isn't fake. This is real." And he's gonna take out the dagger and sort of show him and be like, "You know what this means. You know, you fought alongside the king many years ago. This is legit. This is real."
He can't see it.
He hears you say that, but all he can see is the wall that Greg has put in front of him. But he hears the passion in that speech. But as he is raged at the moment, he is beyond reason. The spectral form just seems to be nothing but anger and rage.
Okay. So there's a wall in front of me, yeah?
No.
There's nothing in front of you. In his mind, he thinks there's a wall there.
Okay. In that case, can I take 2 shots at his legs?
You can.
So just drop me to roll the one and then see how the other one does, or just roll the 2 of them together?
Yeah, it's up to you, whichever way you want to do it.
I'll roll the 2 of them together, but what I'll do first is I'll Hunter's Mark him as well.
Cool.
So that is... That's that. So the first one is... that's going to miss. 5 plus 7.
So yeah, that one misses.
Cool. And the next one is... 6 plus 7.
So yeah, as you fire, both of them just seem to just fly by his legs. You seem to shoot in between his calves, and both shots just hit the altar behind him.
There's not much I can do for bonus actions, and then again I'll just shout to him, "Just listen to reason, please."
Is he a construct or undead?
Yes.
Yeah, this spell doesn't work on him.
Oh, so
Sorry,
everything I just said. Would that
no, I do apologise.
that's my fault. Oh, no, it's my fault. I should have read that as well. So yeah, so you do your speech, and again though he just retaliates, and same thing. He's not listening. He's not buying what you're saying. He's just shocked and angry, and yeah, he's just calling you a liar and unworthy. You are not strong enough to wield these weapons. I've seen what these weapons can really do. And as he does that, as he says that, as you say that to him, he answers that, and he will raise his fists, and even in his ghostly spectral form, you will see 2 metal sort of fists that he has, and you see 3 gems glowing in his.
Oh shit!
Does my headband start glowing also?
Why?
My headband of intellect that's missing all its gems.
You can make it glow, but these are his gems that are in the weapon he's currently wielding in his hands.
Right.
Next, it is his turn.
Oh fuck!
And what will he do?
Ideally, get closer to Bogrud.
And Bogrud, the biggest threat.
There's a bob in front of you.
Yeah.
If he can land out there, yeah, that's perfect.
He will land there, but he will, after Bob has shown him the dagger and everything else, he is just gonna be raging, and as he punches, he's gonna be like, "Lies! You're trying to deceive me!" And he will attack you.
Me?
3 times. He will try and punch you 3 times. So the first one is a 24.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
The next one is a 22.
Nah, it's gonna hit.
The last one is a 14.
That one misses.
So you take, first of all, you are going to take, for the first one you take 2 what you'll see is as he approaches you, his fist weapon, he's gonna look at it. You'll see him kind of squeeze his hand, and you'll see spikes just protrude out the front of it. And you take two piercing damage.
Yep.
And also, that's wrong dice. And 2 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one will be 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
With another 3 force damage.
So 12. That was. Oh, hang on.
Actually, no, sorry, I made a mistake. So it'd been the first one would have been 6 points of piercing and 2 force, and then it would be 12 piercing and did I say 2 for 3 force?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right, I think I've got it right.
Cool. And he will just be yelling at you as he does, calling you all unworthy, and he doesn't know how you've got this far, but he will not give up. I will not give in my most prized possession, what was given to me by my king and my friend and my general.
We are here to say we are here to do the same. We need those to stop him.
But that will end his turn, and then we go back to the top of the round with Dolian.
Oh, Dorian's going to get line of sight on old Big Bad and do the exact same again, except this time he's going crit hunting. Stormcaller. Did a 23 hit?
A 23 will hit.
So that's 30.
26.
No, not quite.
He's not sneaked.
Yeah.
That would be 20 points of damage. So again, yeah, you are able to hit him with the crack of thunder and sparks of lightning as you loose the arrow, and again it doesn't seem to do as much damage as what you was expecting.
Yeah. And that is...
You don't have a second attack, do you?
Nope. Rogues only get 1, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
But I'm going to go with the rest of my movement. I'm just going to kind of go around here.
Cool.
And that'll be me.
No worries. So then next would be Sam.
Okay, Sam's going to move closer, and I'm going to use my Fey presence to try and charm him, to convince him that we mean well. So
Cool.
I need a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw against my spell save.
Yeah.
So
15.
14.
you try to do this, but as you try and charm Org the Black, you see that it has 0 effect on him.
He has resistance to that shit.
Yeah.
He has immunity to that shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn
shit.
it. I thought I could get him to listen to us. In that case, is that's an action, so I am going to move back behind Bogrud. And that's all I can do.
We move now to the big man. Bogwood, obviously.
Yeah. I'll move up. I will use my bonus action to trigger my hill rune,
Cool.
giving me resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for the next minute.
Is it from magical or just bludgeoning?
Just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage of all kinds.
Cool.
And then I will attempt to punch him square in the face, I guess.
Cool. You've got your Eldritch Maul activated, haven't you?
No, Eldritch Maul was previous. I've got just Giant Smite and Enlarge from my Potion of Growth at the moment. So no Eldritch Maul for the minute.
Cool.
We had a long rest since I last had it active, so I've got it there in my back pocket, but I've not got it.
No worries.
At the moment. Guessing that won't hit.
So the first one, no, will miss. You just seem to hit.
Do I have advantage from flanking with Bob?
Oh yes, if you want to flank with Bob, then I will give you advantage.
Yes.
You pair of flankers.
Oh, for God's sake.
So the first attack misses. So then I'll use my extra attack.
That one will hit. But you have advantage if you want to.
I'll roll it in case of a crit, yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
But that is a crit.
We'll keep the 23.
I'll keep the 23, yeah. I'll hit for the damage on that. So that's all bludgeoning damage.
So, but it's non-magical, isn't it?
No. Just having the tattoo makes my fist attacks magical. It doesn't need to be active.
Ah, cool. So yeah, you punch and do 17 points of damage, and
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
you see it look at you, and Bogrud on the back looks at you, and he'll say, huh, maybe I give you a good fight.
And then I'll use my action surge.
Yep.
And hit him again.
That one hits.
I'll keep the 25.
Yep.
This is going terribly.
Wow.
This time I'm going to trigger my flame rune on the hit as well, so that's the extra 2d6 fire damage.
Cool. So
And he needs to make a strength saving throw against 14.
So I rolled a 13 plus some stuff, so he will save from the throw. But how much of it's fire damage?
The fire damage is 8.
8, so that will only be half.
So 4, so 13 and 13, 26 then.
So yeah, minus 26.
And then because it's an action surge and it counts as an attack action, I get extra attack again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, you hit.
This time without the flame shackles for another 25.
So yeah, Bogrud. Is that?
Oh, hang on. No, it rolled it twice. Take the 12. It's the first one. I didn't realise that had come through twice.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the top one. So it's 12 plus the 26 is 38 plus the 17. 45 total for my turn.
So yeah, you see him take these hits and takes them like a boss. Yeah. It doesn't seem to make a difference. I mean, he is a ghostly figure, so you wouldn't see any physical wounds, but he seems to be standing there with a smile on his face. Next up after that is Greg's turn.
I'm gonna look at Bob and go, man the fuck up. And give him 14 healing. You got that?
Callum?
Yo, what?
14 healing.
Oh, thank you.
And then, I know you just said it does half damage, but I'm doing it anyway. I would like to take a massive swig from my alchemy jug of oil and then pull out a torch, light it, and do my own version of Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, you probably are gonna hit.
the DM's fucking call.
Yeah, you probably were gonna catch at least Bob in that. If from that angle there, you definitely get Bob in there as well.
Can I make some kind of throw to move?
You could do a dex save to see if you could take half the damage.
Cool.
So,
14, you can take it.
what's your spell DC? I'll just use your spell if it's unmodified.
No, choose to fail the save.
I fail.
There's Bogrud with his speaking action that he didn't use on his turn.
14. So I fail my dex save as well. So then do me 3d6 for fire damage.
I know I've just thrown things off, but I just wanted to do Dragon's Breath.
It's okay.
It's quite an ingenious way to do it, to be fair.
And I would like to re-roll the 2 and the 3 with my meta magic. That's a bit better. So I've got a 6, a 3, and a 6.
Cool. That's 15. So again, as you do that, you see some of the flames seem to pass straight through the ghostly figure, but he does take some damage.
But when I want to look at Bogrud just after I've done it and go, I do Dragon Breath too.
Because Bob would have gotten hit for 15 points of damage from that, I will use my reaction to use my Cloud Rune to redirect the 15 points of damage from Bob to the ghostly figure.
Yeah.
I thought that was coming towards me there, I'm not going to lie. Well, I've seen it enough.
Turn it around.
You've done it enough times to me there.
So he takes 15 points of damage, and that seems to hurt him more than the original fire breath.
Oh my god! Roland will see this and attack Bogrud next. No,
because he knows it was him that did it to him last time.
Is there anything else Greg would like to do?
No, I've used my movement, I've used my talking, no, I'm all done.
So then we move to Bob, who felt the heat of fire burning him, but then suddenly felt no damage from that.
Absolutely fine.
Just a giant 15-foot Bogrud goes wink.
Bob's gonna put a thumbs up, and so he's gonna take. I know the barbarian will get will get an attack of opportunity, but I'm gonna step back a wee bit, or like just up to the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'm then gonna fire 2 arrows, but I know you'll need to an attack of opportunity first.
Oh man. That is just a 12. What the fuck?
And then I'm going to fire my 2 arrows, and he's still hunter's marked.
Yeah, and you do have advantage because of the flanking.
Cool.
That you guys are doing.
The first one is a 7 plus 7, 14.
That will miss.
And the next one, that's more like it. 17 plus 7.
That will hit.
And
but you've got advantage, don't you? So.
Oh yeah, sure. So
that'll be your first attack. So.
Yeah, so still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My bad. So the first one hits, and the second one, 4 plus 7, that won't hit.
Yeah, but if that advantage, don't forget. So you'll get to.
Sorry, my head.
It's okay,
8 plus 7.
8 plus 7, that hits.
15. Yay! So that's
2 hits.
What was on arrow again? 1d8 plus 4. So the first one is 7 plus 4, so 11. And then it's an 8 plus 4, so that's 12. And then it's the 1d6, so I'll do it twice for the arrow.
33. So it takes, as your arrows hit though, you notice there's less, it's taking less damage than what you would expect with these hits. You're hitting him square in where you think is vital organs and hitting him, but he doesn't seem to be doing anywhere near. And then the hunter's mark damage, sorry, is what?
First one's a 2, and the next one is 2 again.
He takes, I think he takes that full. There's not half that, so cool.
So and then that's me.
Cool. So you'll have to help me on this one, Callum. You know better.
Yo.
If he goes reckless attack, does it cast? Does it do for? Would it do for all his attacks in that turn, or is it just one?
It goes for all of them, but then
Okay.
so you get the advantage
Yeah.
on the attacks, but then I'm pretty sure everyone else gets advantage on their attacks going after him.
Yeah. So he will then look at Bogrud and have a evil, almost like devilish smile on his face as if he's enjoying this scrap, and he will use his reckless attack with his 3 punches. So the first one is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
The next one is a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
And then the third one is a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Cool. And then it is what he will do with his bonus action this time is you'll see him again look at his fists, and instead of this, you see the spike will disappear, and instead a blade will come out the front of it, and he will attack with that. So there's 5 slashing damage with 6 points of force damage. And then the second attack, oh my god, I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the damage. I'm a D12, is 5 points of slashing damage and 2 force damage.
So 2 5 halved is 5, and then a 6 and a 2, so 13 total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
And when I fell over my chair, I was leaning back on my chair and I almost went too far. That will end his turn. We move back to the top of the round with Dolian.
How's the big man looking?
He's looking kind of see-through, kind of hovery, and kind of ghost-like.
He's looking
Ask a
peachy.
question, get an answer.
If we had a coloured ring round him, what colour would it be?
It would probably still be green, but it'd be getting close to looking orange, but still green at the moment.
That's fine. I'm going to use Stormcaller one last time on him.
Yeah, so the both would hit.
Yeah, I'll take the 24, because, you know.
16 points of damage he takes off that one.
That's fine. And with my bonus action, I'm going to dash all the way over to over to here. It should be 60 feet.
Cool.
Yeah. And that
I mean, Dolly just looks like he's like zigzagging all the way across, taking a shot, and just
that's it. That's the intention. Walking like a sniper. Shoot, move, shoot, move.
it hits him, and he seems to pay no notice to Dolly and running around. His eyes are at the minute fixed on the half orc he sees, who's actually bigger than him.
Yeah.
So next up is Sam.
Well, Sam is going to move over to here. We've tried charm, we've tried other stuff, so now we're just going to Eldritch Blast it twice in the face.
The face.
Nice.
For not much.
You don't get advantage with Eldritch Blast, do we? Is that a ranged spell?
Don't believe so.
I can't remember.
Don't know how it works with that.
Oh no.
Actually.
I didn't know if it was the same as a ranged weapon. They get advantage. I will give you advantage anyway, so if you want to roll, so that's your first attack is a 20 with 6 damage, and roll 2 more because you'll have advantage with your attacks. Plus you did reckless attack last turn anyway, so
Yeah, so everyone gets advantage on the attack.
So I've got 20 on that.
yeah, so they both hit, and that's 8 plus 6, 14 points of damage. So as Sam again swirls energy, magical force around in his hands and fires off 2 Eldritch Blasts, you see them both hit and both do the kind of damage that you was expecting to do. He doesn't seem to be resisting your Eldritch Blasts.
Well, it's something. And that's all I can do.
Cool. Then we move to Bogrud.
Bonus action, I will trigger my Eldritch Maul now for some more extra damage.
Cool.
And then first attack.
Hits.
And second attack.
Hits.
We've got 24. And 14. So 38 points total.
Okay, so there's 3 force and 2 force. That's 5 force. He definitely takes.
It's all magic bludgeoning and force.
It's all magic, isn't it? So what was it again, sorry?
38 total.
38, so that's another 33. So now he would definitely be looking kind of orange, if people want to know. Yeah, 2 punches hit him square on his jaw and don't pass through, and he seems to be starting to look a bit shaky, and his confidence seems to be maybe starting to drop a little bit.
And Bogrud's just gonna go, come on! Ah!
Next after Bogrud is Greg.
You're muted.
Sorry.
I said, how's the big man looking?
He's now looking.
I mean, Bogrud.
Absolutely fine. Bogrud looks fine.
Awesome. In that case, I'm going to cast Fly and move myself up here, at the back of these.
My God, a flying Greg.
And then I know now I can fly and have Dragon's Breath. Sorry. And then can I try and open this too?
You can. Strength check to see if you can lift up, I would say. 15, you can't open it all the way, but I say with a 15 you're able to push enough over so you can see inside a little bit, yeah.
So what can I see? Can I see the remains of a body?
You see the large skeletal remains of what you would recognise after being a half-orc. You may say it's thick, big bones that look like they've been broken and over the years and strengthened even harder. It looks like
supernatural rules.
But it looks like the skeleton of a very large, powerful being that died centuries ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Now that I can see that, that's my turnover. I was going to try and healing word a dead skeleton, but I think
Good. So after Greg, it is Bob's turn.
Cool. Seeing that he looks a bit more wounded, I'm gonna try again to try and convince him that we're not here to hurt him, we're here to help. I'm just gonna say, you have to listen to us. Like, have we not proven already that we're worthy? And yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Cool. What have I got now? Actually, I don't think it's that good. Oh shit! No, I do. Oh no, wait, shit. That's perception. Never mind. Nah. 7 plus 1, 8.
So yeah, you say this, and again you see him sort of listen for a second, but it doesn't seem to quite get through to him at the moment.
Okay. Does that count as an action, or is that just my speaking action?
No, I say that's just your speaking action. You just. I just to see how persuasive you was with your actions of talking.
Just same again, 2 shots. Does the advantage still play in because he did reckless?
Also he's being flanked by. He's being flanked off by Bogrud.
Cool. So first one is an 8. Second one, come on, 16 plus 7. So the first one hits, and then the next one is a fuck.
It's a fuck.
No, it's not a fuck. It's a 7. Sorry, it's a 7 plus 7, 14 again. Fuck, it was one of those fucking 7.
So was it 2 14s?
Yes.
What was the first one?
The first one was a shit. Was it a 16?
If it's a 16 hits, then the 14, will miss.
Cool. So the first one is 6 plus 4, so 10 for normal damage, and then the hunter's mark is 4, so 14 damage.
Cool. One of the arrows hit him and the other one misses, but again you see he doesn't seem to be as affected with arrows and normal piercing damage.
That's all I can do.
It is his turn next, and he is going to step forward, and you're going to see him sort of pass and almost as if he, I don't want to say enters Bogwood because I know what you are like, you dirty minded freak shows. He seems to he possesses almost Bogwood's body, and you see him disappear as his ghostly form moves into the same space as which Bogwood is currently occupying. He disappears, but Bogwood, when he does this, you feel as if you connect almost telepathically, and you see the pictures that you saw on the wall outside. You kind of see these in live action playing off in your head, and you see the Black facing off against a large dragon, and you see these fist weapons that he's using, that you've seen him using in this fight. And in the vision he says to you, I see my king's weapon, his dagger, with one of your friends. I see my love's bow. No, not my love's bow, my love's sword in another one of your friends. And I see one of my other good friends' bow with one of your comrades. I have been waiting a long time to make sure Evalthon remains safe. Perhaps I have found some worthy champions to take our place and ensure that. And he will show you where his weapons are buried, hidden in this chamber. And then as he does that, he's going to... I'll just move you out of the way. Everyone else will then see him step back out, and he is going to turn to Bob, and he will bow. And then after he bows, you will see his form to start to fade, and almost as if it's the smoke and the ghostly figure drifts into the air, almost as if he's been haunting here, but now his mission is complete, and that will be the end of that combat.
Before that happens, Bob also bows as well, just before he disappears.
Greg sleight of hand in to stick a load of stuff in them chests in his pocket.
Pardon? Well, the gems and gold?
The stuff that's in the chest at the back, yeah.
The body parts.
No, there would be. You'd see there's a couple of things there, but it's more at the back there. It seems to be more ceremonial. It's.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it in my pocket.
So yeah, I'll send you what you get, but yeah, you find some ceremonial bits and bobs there. It looks like it's more personal belongings of Orug rather than anything of notable, like worthy.
That sounds.
But it might be worth a lot of money. You never know. It's old. If it's still in good nick, I have to work that out. But yeah, Bogrud, you know where these fist weapons are, and you go and move the trapdoor where they're hidden, and you have now 2 fist weapons that you saw him wielding.
They're murder gloves.
The fist of judgment.
Ooh.
So Bogrud's going to be doing a lot of punching.
Punching, passing judgment soon.
Yes.
Oh, can I turn Bogrud into Judge Dredd?
Guilty.
I knew you'd say that.
Bogdred.
Bogdred.
Bogdred, yeah.
Beautiful.
Who said Bogdred first?
Angela.
Angela can have inspiration for Bogdred.
Again? Yeah.
Have you already got inspiration?
No, I used it.
Well, you can have it again for Bogdred.
Can I keep my inspiration for next time?
Yes, it can carry
I didn't
over.
use it for this time.
Yes.
So,
Don't forget, I have a nice big lizard friend waiting outside for me.
well, we'll quickly just finish this off then, because after Bogrud collects his new weapons, you feel the ground start to shake.
Ooh.
You see rocks start crumbling from the ceiling and falling down.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Let's go, guys.
Can we grab the stuff from the chest on the way out?
I'm running out the door.
Yeah. You grabbed that, didn't you, on the early one, I reckon, anyway. So then you run and you step back out, and as you get outside the tomb, you see the sands start falling in, and you see the tomb starts to sink beneath the surface, disappearing.
Did you get the shit that you needed?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
everything we
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
And yeah, the tomb seems to fall under the sand, settling, resting peacefully, not to be disturbed again.
Cool. That's so cool.
Wow.
So
And
that's
then-
another priceless place we fucked up.
We're making a habit of this, aren't we?
A little bit.
I
hope-
didn't even break anything.
Apart from that
Did you ruin it, or did you give Urug a resting place?
I was going to say a
Yeah.
resting place sounds nicer.
Bury him.
We officially buried him.
Yeah.
I was going to use some Game of Thrones stuff and say his watch is now over. But
Yeah.
Oh. Will he will keep and watch?
Trauma is coming.
Oh no. Oh.
Right, I need to
What
go
many
then,
books
guys.
Is that us done with this?
pardon?
Are we finished with the encounter for now?
Yeah, everything is over. I think we can leave it there if people are wanting to finish off. I mean, Graham, you know the stats for your new weapon, don't you already?
I have a rough idea of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Graham.